situation in the Middle East. Now, explosions were heard near the port of Hodeidah in Yemen after 3 missiles were reportedly launched by the Houthi rebels. One impacted the US-owned bulk carrier near Aden. So that is the piece of breaking news that's coming in, where the conflict continues in Yemen, given the fact that Houthis are targeting the shipping lanes in the Red Sea. Those visuals on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. What we are learning is that a US-owned bulk carrier near Aden was struck by one rocket that was launched by Houthi rebels. In total, 3 rockets were launched. 2 failed to hit a target, but 1 hit a US-owned bulk carrier near Aden. Abhishek continues to be with us on the broadcast. So Abhishek, the Houthi threat to international commerce through the shipping lanes in the Red Sea continues. The West is only likely to expand its military operation to take on the strongholds of the Houthi rebels.
Well, Ashman, we can clearly see, which was long anticipated and being feared, that the Israel-Hamas conflict may escalate with a full-scale war in the Gulf region. The Yemeni side, or the Houthi rebels, they are opposing every assistance and support provided by UK, US and other forces to the Israel against the war of Hamas in Gaza, causing a lot of humanitarian issue, and they are trying to stop or blockade every ship passing by those Red Sea lanes that would provide supplies to the Israeli side. That is their point of view. US side of they are trying to ensure that the maritime trade route passing through Red Sea and Gulf of Aden, that remains free and independent of any conflict. And for that matter, they are trying to attack militant hideouts and locations in Yemen also. But having said that, the continued escalation would deter any ship passing through that lane. Fearing any escalation would damage their prospect also. We have seen one of the U.S. ships being attacked by Houthi militants. That tells that in the near future, if there are escalations, then of course the American superpower, American naval and aerial superpower will dominate the area, but they will also have some tensions rising, because the Houthi militants have those long-range missiles and ballistic missiles through which they can target ships or naval assets present in the region.
But Abhishek, at the same time, with this military option coming in from the West, because they have already launched those targeted strikes against Houthi targets in Yemen, given the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas, also with the involvement of Hezbollah military operations from Lebanon, there is the threat of this turning into a wider regional conflict, with the US Secretary of State Antony Blinken trying very hard to get the Arab powers on board in trying to contain this entire conflict. But at the same time, there is also the pressure of maintaining the smooth nature of international commerce through the Red Sea.
Well, Ashman, to be honest, this war or the escalation that we are seeing currently happening in the Red Sea area, Yemen, or for that matter, the Israeli side, they are just playing as a proxy. The war is actually to dominate the area between US-led coalition and Iran-backed Houthi militants. So as long as there is a tension between US side and Iranian side, which is supporting through all the arms, ammunition and long-range missiles to the Houthi militants, the escalation will continue to happen. So the real negotiations behind the door will actually happen between the Iranian side, who happens to dominate that region militarily, economically, and who is also seeking more influence in that region. And of course, the US-led coalition, who is deployed in the region under the Prosperity Guardian mission. So that is the real escalation. And what seems like the Yemen rebel or other Iraq proxies in the region are mostly backed by Iran. They are acting like a front backed by Iran against US-led coalition in that region.
Right. And Abhishek, please stay with us. Speaking about Iran,